Alright, hey guys, how's it going? It's Douglas here at Drownboy Cosplay, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a breakdown on the new Ghost video, which is Ghost Chapter 1, New Blood. This video was just now released, and I wanted to go ahead and of course give you guys a breakdown video like I've done for pretty much every past video before. Just a little bit of something. This is basically going to be my reaction to it, a little bit different format. I'm going to go through it, and as I go through it, I'll give you guys some of my thoughts, and you tell me what you think about it, and here we go. Alright, so first things first, we have Nil here. Go ahead and enter the mausoleum. He's walking down. He's got two little girls at either one of his sides, and they are singing Ring Around the Rosie or Ring Around the Roses. Now, from what I remember, this is a nursery rhyme that was rumored to be about the bubonic plague, aka the Black Plague, which, as we can already tell, is going to be a heavy set feature in this new era and this new album. So of course they had to go ahead and put that in there just because, just to make it more blatantly obvious if it wasn't already.
Sister, you're looking very well.
Hello, Papa. Leave us. No.
Alright, so at this point, Sister tells little girls to go ahead and leave them, let them be, and the girls do. They just turn around and run away. So I'm assuming for the rest of this, it's just going to be Nil and the sister, and I'm not quite sure what the point of the little girls was. Maybe we'll see from them in some future entries. Who knows, but I don't see them coming back in this one.
Papa Nil, I hope you're not as unwell as they say.
If I were unwell, could I do this?
Because I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. Papa, I would like to congratulate you on the fine work your progeny have been doing, especially that of your youngest for his winning that most beloved of golden calves, the Grammy.
Thank you, sister.
But I cannot. No, I cannot. Because you see, Papa, it's not enough. Maybe if your oldest son had won 10 years ago, we would have something to celebrate.
Okay, so at this point, Sister mentions that she's proud that essentially Ghost has won the Grammy, and, you know, hey, that's a big deal, but we don't have anything to celebrate. Maybe if his oldest son would have won it 10 years ago, which assuming his oldest son would be Papa 1, from what we can tell. And 10 years ago would have been 2008, which I do believe is right around the time that Ghost actually formed. However, I don't think they had any music out at that point. I'm pretty sure Opus Eponymous was released in like 2010, and the demo was released in 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. So I don't know what he would have won a Grammy for, but...
But no, not now. We need someone new. A firm leader.
We need
with
someone
youth,
new,
charisma,
a firm leader with youth and stamina and sexual charisma. Someone more like, well, you, but in your prime.
Alright, so Sister has now turned younger, and so has Nil. And I don't know if they're trying to go for some sort of like magical rejuvenation kind of thing, or they could just be fucking with fans due to the fan theories that were going around for a while that they were going to reverse their age. All I know is I really don't like the younger Nil's look, and I'll touch into that a little bit later.
Yes.
Yes. Like that.
Yes. Yes.
Not here. Not like this. We're going to need some new blood. Someone slightly younger. And he's going to need your help.
Hold on. Run that back. One more time. Did you guys see that? No, seriously, did you see that? Why does Zero have a piece of candy, like, stuck to the back of his miter tail? I'm confused. I don't know why or how this happened, if this was on purpose or what, but it's there.
He's here!
Alright, so that was pretty much the video. At the end, we have the protege show up, and he just goes and stands in this basking, glorious red cardinal light, casting a silhouette directly onto the door. And judging by the shape of it, we can kind of tell what he's going to look like. I'll get into that just here in a second. Alright, so I have a few thoughts about this video. First and foremost, judging by the silhouette in the end, the protege is wearing the classic cardinal robes that we kind of discussed in some previous video, and we haven't really seen a lot of, like, from here up, which I mean, we really haven't seen the full robe at all yet, but just now we actually were able to see the hat. There's been a lot of discussion about what he would be wearing. By looking at this and looking at the silhouette, it seems he's going to be wearing what I believe is called a biretta, which is a cardinal hat. It's a weird box-shaped hat. I'll try to put one up on screen for you guys, but it looks to be that that's what he's going to be wearing. So I guess we'll have to see that. I'm not sure how well that's going to translate into looking creepy or evil. Maybe they'll go the route like they did with Zero and just make it more elegant, which I actually really enjoyed. It just wasn't too try-hard. It just was beautiful, beautiful robes, and it worked. Next thing is addressing the younger Nil and sister. I really hope they don't go this way. To be quite honest with you, I really did not like the way that young Nil looked. To me, he kind of looked like one of those cheap dollar store black face paint skull type makeups, and I just really didn't like that. However, they could still go this way simply for the fact that, of course, they're going to need somebody a little bit younger and more able to move around on stage so that they actually have a stage presence. Because I'm assuming by the fact that he's going to be at the shows and the way that the shows are probably going to be set up now, he is going to have a presence on stage. So they might do something with him being younger so that he can be on stage and do the things that they want him to do. Now, to touch on the saxophone bit, I can't even say anything. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny myself, and I think it's going to be pretty good meme material for at least a couple of weeks to come. All the ghost groups are going to be flooded with the saxophone memes. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, I think this is going to cement in the fact that we're not going to see a more serious ghost again, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. At this point, I don't care. As long as the music's good, it's fine, and I'm actually enjoying the imagery, and I like the lightheartedness and also just how campy and just weird it is, you know. It's fun. It's fun. They're not taking it too seriously, which is a good thing, because I'm assuming they don't want fans to just be too serious about it, which is fantastic, you know. I really enjoy the fact that they can laugh at themselves. I didn't enjoy some of the merch and stuff like that we saw during the Papa 3 era, but I still really enjoy the imagery and I enjoy the music. So regardless of what they want to do, if they want to be silly and campy, that's fine. I just hope the music's good, and I hope they put on a good stage show, and everything should be alright. Last but not least, I want to leave you guys with a little bit of food for thought. Judging by some of the recent hints in the direction the band seems to be taking, I do think that we have arrived at the end of the Papa era. I don't think that we're going to be seeing many more Papas. Just judging by the way that Sister was talking to Nil, essentially thanking him and his sons for the work that they've done, and that they've been extremely helpful, but they need some new blood, it really sounds like they're pretty much done with his bloodline and done with the Papas. So we may not see a procession of popes anymore. The way that I'm looking at this is I see this as a way for Ghost to free themselves more creatively, to take things in a new direction. Whether that's good or bad, I mean, we have yet to see, but I think that this could possibly keep Ghost alive and keep the story alive, because to be honest, nobody wants Papa 7, nobody wants Papa 8 or 9. I would be completely fine if this was the last album and they just go ahead and stop it. It's been fantastic, and I really do enjoy the music, and I love it, but I don't want this to go on too long to where it just gets run straight into the ground. So as long as they keep things really nice, that'll be fine, but eventually at some point it's going to get too repetitive, or it's just going to get a little bit too campy or silly, and people aren't going to respect it for what it is anymore, and it's going to become a joke, which a lot of times already they are a joke, but that's fine, you know, you can have whatever opinion you want. As far as this whole new directional change, I mean, a lot of people are going to gripe and complain about it, as with anything. People talk about the fact that they want change, but they don't really want it. They want to see the same thing over and over, and as long as that works, it's fine. They're just going to complain that they'd like to see something new, and then when they see something new, they're not going to be okay with it. But I think this is going to be fine, you know? I think that the Papas had a good run. I really enjoy the Papas we have. I think that's very strong, and if they kind of separate this from what they're going to be moving into, at least we will always have the Papa era of Ghost to look back on and say this was good music, this was a good stage show, this was good merchandising, everything else. So this will it'll still be a place for us to enjoy that and not have to look at the new stuff and have it all just jumbled together like too many sequels to a movie. But regardless, I do think the protege is going to be something different than a Papa. I don't think he's going to become a Papa. I think he's either going to remain a Cardinal, or maybe he's going to be something entirely different. Maybe he breaks the chain. And I think they're going for something to be, like they said, a little bit more energetic, with more stamina, a more entertaining, you know, show, like they did with the Papa 3 era, and keep that going, because everybody just essentially wants Tobias in a Pope costume, walking around, not doing much of anything, you know, swing around the thurible a little bit for Conclave Con Dio and just call it done. But I think this could definitely be a positive way for Ghost to head with things, even if we no longer have the Papas. However, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'll let you guys decide. But what I really want is to hear the feedback from you guys in the comments or in messages, whatever. Tell me your theories of where you think the band is headed. Tell me what you think about what they're doing right now. And just, if you want to, just feel free to go fully into it, what you think is going to happen with the band. Whether you think this is a good thing, whether you think this is a bad thing. Just be nice to everybody. Enjoy the music. Don't take things too seriously. And have a fantastic day. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.